This is the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast with the midweek news. Join your hosts, Iceman and Holstera, two law enforcement professionals ready to offer their unfiltered opinions on the latest news from the world of law enforcement. No filters, no edits. So be warned, the content may be upsetting to some listeners. Sit down and hold up. This may get a little bumpy.
Welcome to Motor Cop Chronicles podcast, midweek news. Audio only this week because I'm out of town.
Oh, holy shit, he skipped all the long music and everything. I'm over here listening to Ryan Upchurch and shit. And he's like, hello.
It played. You just couldn't hear
it. Oh, okay. I got you. In any case, anybody ain't noticed, this is Holstera. He called me late as shit because he forgot to call me yesterday. What was that you were watching?
I've been watching Better Call Saul.
Oh, okay. See, I'm wrapped up in that. I just now found out how to watch Yellowstone. Oh yeah, dude, I'm in love with it.
Oh, you're just starting it for the first time?
Yeah. So I'm like the first couple of episodes into season 2, and I'm like, man, this is fucking badass. I want a cowboy hat and I live in Montana. Fuck. But anyway, this is a little off script. Unfortunately, we're going to be without Iceman for at least 1 week, possibly 2, because, he prefers himself over us.
I should be back by next Wednesday.
He should, but, it's no guarantee.
Yeah. Well, if anybody wants a very premium cigar, go to mypatriotcigar.com and use the promo code MotorCop15. It'll get you 15% off your entire order. It'll help out. I wonder
how that works.
It'll help out me, and it'll help out small business.
Because, you got to think about it. Down here in Florida, you got the legal shit, so it's kind of like rolling a Cuban. So could you technically sell a Cuban cigar made in Florida?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's a good question.
I don't know. But y'all go buy a cigar from over there, and they're delicious.
Shit, send me one. And if you're one of them, what do they call the elite Patreons, you could book a phone call, and we'll sit there and smoke a cigar together.
Yeah. Some of the crew members. The crew members, they
get to choose.
They do, but nobody's decided to take us up on it. So,
yeah, I agree. They support us. They just don't want to fucking talk to us. I mean, I get it. Trust me. You get Freebird on the wrong day, you might get ringed out just for saying hello.
They all got their mugs though. So
that's good. That's good. Did everybody get a pink one or
no?
Did they get one that said Holstera is better than the Iceman?
No, they got it. They got one that says Holstera sucks dicks. I've been sending that out.
Oh, speaking of that,
speaking of you sucking dicks.
Yeah, speaking of me sucking dicks. Anyway, did you read that fucking story that me and my AI generated about the me and you origin?
Not the origin. I read the song thing.
Yeah, no, the song was fucking kind of funny, but the origin story, I was like, damn, that came together fucking well.
Maybe we'll read it towards the end.
These AIs are fucking genius.
If anybody would like to get extra bullshit from me and Holstera sometimes, you can join the Patreon.
Yeah, it's funny when I'm on there because I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing, so I'm just kind of like a toddler stumbling through a room.
You can join up the Patreon. If you can't, we understand. Still gonna put out the free stuff. But speaking of,
yeah, I mean, you can do it, Chad Jenkins. You could just fucking hang around.
Yeah, but if you want the whole package with the videos and all that shit, you have to do the $10 a month. But if you can't, like I said, it's no big deal. Still free stuff. Speaking of, we're going to shout out the Patreons. We're going to start out with the crew members. We got Mr. John D. is a full crew member. John Mink. We got Burley Boards.
Is he new?
No, he's been here a while. 2 months.
Okay.
We got Burley Boards, old Dan Carlson over there. Y'all go check out Burley Boards.
That dude's got some killer fucking Burley Boards. I'm telling you, if you buy one, not only for fucking cooking, it's for self-defense, I tell you. I've even put it on his Instagram and his page. Them things weigh a ton, So you ain't never got to worry about it going bad. You ain't got to worry about if your damn little bastard kids like mine soak them in the sink. They probably prefer that you don't do that, but it holds together very well. You would never imagine that it's just wood.
Or if you're into some kinky stuff, you could use it to spank your spouse.
You could definitely spank your spouse. I mean, and if he's cheating on you, feel free to crush his fucking skull with it.
Yeah, we're not advocating murder here.
No, this is not an advice channel. This is a comedy channel.
Yes. Do not take any of our advice to heart or try it at home.
And if you do, please invite us to the trial because I'll sit there and record it.
Maybe Precious will show up with us.
Yeah, there you go.
Next we got T-Bird, full crew member. We got Mr. Jim Procrant, a race car driving friend with the Short Track Guys podcast. Y'all go check them out. And if y'all want to listen to some short track racing stuff. We got
they talk a lot about short track jargon, engines, different kind of cars, the different speeds and everything and shit that goes on. I mean, I get into it, but it's one of those things like I don't do it every weekend, so I don't understand it.
It's kind of like your sex life, yeah. So
yeah, it is definitely like my sex life. But I'll tell you what,
you don't do it every weekend.
Hand is smooth as shit, buddy. I'll tell you,
one of your forearms is much bigger, huh?
Oh, dude, I tell you, I can curl fucking 300 pounds with my left arm. My right arm, I'm good to pick up a pencil.
We got Freebird's favorite Patreon, Mr. Hoppy Hopson, our truck driving friend.
Yep. This week you don't need to pull over on the shoulder on Wednesday.
No, you can just listen. We got Mr. Blake Walker. We got A.A. Ron from Not Had to Say It podcast. Y'all check him out. We got Mr. Z Palmer. We got Roy Spalding. That's Roy with the S, not Roy with the P. We got our favorite girl from Down Under, JoJo.
Yo.
We got Miss Kaylee Norris and Miss Natasha A., both from the state of Washington. And rounding it up of the crew members, we got the OG crew member, Melissa Holstein. We do have those hang-arounds. We got Mr. William Guibo Jr. He's hanging around, and he's hanging around with Chad Jenkins. We appreciate every single one of y'all. And if we got to come up with something to give out to the hang around. I think I'm gonna come up with something like a coin or something. We could send them. You do what you want to do. What? I said, do what you want to do. If you want to bake something, send it to them. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, because we got for the different tiers, I don't mind giving a coin to the bigger tiers too, but I'm like, the little guys, I feel like Chad Jenkins is missing out. He is missing out. Yeah. He'd hear a lot more. Yeah, sometimes. That's for sure. He might even hear a couple nude calls. He might. I sent him a nude picture of myself. I think that's why he's hadn't talked to me in a while. He ain't talked to me in like 3 days. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's up with him. I sent him. Damn, T-Bird's got him tied to the headboard. If anybody with any Motorcop merch, you can go to their website, motorcopchronicles.com. You can go to the link in it, or you can go to the Etsy store itself. Cool Motorcop merch. Other than that, and I can tell you the top seller is in fact Holstera merch. That's because you bought it all. It don't doesn't matter who bought it. It don't count. It don't matter who bought it. The ticker goes up. Okay. It don't count. So I'm allowed to say. Legally, I'm allowed to say it's the top seller. It's the top seller. Yep. So it must be more comfortable. You bought all of your own merchandise. I did, because you know what? I represent the brand. Hell, I even had to outsource to find another manufacturer to produce my hat, my custom hat line that you can't even get unless you're a friend or a family member. It's the one I wear in the show. Now I have one in every color. Did you see the bling that Duke the Dog's got now? Did y'all get to see it? Did you upload the picture to Facebook? No, they hadn't seen it yet, but I'm going to try to get a better picture. Duke the Dog has the Snoop Dogg chain. He makes 2 chains look like fucking half a chain. I had to get him a chain with some diamond flecks in it. Of course, they're not real, but he can't be world famous.
Why you gotta throw shade?
You can't
Why you gotta throw shade at fucking Duke,
you still can't be world famous Duke the dog without a chain.
Oh hell yeah!
So now he's got a chain. I'm gonna try to get a better picture of it, but yeah, it came in today.
You know what's funny? Everybody and I kind of want to go ahead and bust his balls on this one. And this is a normal podcast.
You just want to touch him.
This is a Wednesday episode. You guys usually only get this inside of the clubhouse. But let me tell you, I remember when Mr. Iceman was all about his Great Danes, and Duke the dog was just a dog that a family member left with him. And he's like, yeah, he's an all right dog. He's an all right dog. I'm like, come on, man, give a dog a chance. And my kids came up there and they all rolled around the floor and played with Duke and all this shit. And next thing you know, old Duke the dog is Iceman's best friend, hanging out at his hip everywhere he goes, from the podcast center to the main house now. Congratulations, Duke, on the upcharge.
Well, that's because the other ones are dead.
Well, I mean, come on, man. Why you got to, once again, you throwing shade on Duke?
No, I'm
He's
not.
back inside.
I'm just telling you the truth.
But come on. But look, compared to where you were when I was there, Duke has came a long way.
No, he's much happier now, I'll tell you that.
Oh, absolutely. He has become Daddy's little podcast buddy.
Yeah,
and that is
he done turned into an inside dog.
Because the Iceman pulled that, ain't my dog, kid. Ain't my dog. You know, when your kids bring home dogs, people, or your wife, in my case, 6 of them, you know, and you just sit there and you go, oh, no. But you end up loving it at the end of the day. That's the Iceman and Duke story, y'all.
That's what Holstera and a Chihuahua.
It ain't, my new Chihuahua? That is not my dog.
A new one?
That is, no, did you see Delilah? Oh, my God, dude. She is fucking adorable. Did I not? I thought I uploaded the picture of her.
You did. I just like hearing you sound so gay. It's like
look,
you bet you keep it up. You keep it up, and you're going to be on the Bud Light can.
Look, I'm drinking Corona right now. By the way, any of our listeners, if you know any American beer with a hard punch that isn't homosexual making, please feel free to let me know, because I went from Bud Light, and I think we either bought Michelob or something, and I drank a 12-pack, and Mel, doing her research, my wonderful wife, figured out that fucking Anheuser-Busch also owned that company. So then I was like, well, fuck that company too then. So who do I fucking drink? So now I'm drinking Corona. So anybody got any good ideas of what the fuck to drink besides hard liquor? Please.
Miller.
Let me know. Miller?
Mm-hmm.
What, like Miller High Life? Is that the top end?
Miller Light, whatever. Let's get into this first story.
Oh my God. You just can't ever be happy and have conversation.
Well, fuck.
That's what the people enjoy. You know they enjoy
like
it.
13 minutes in. They're like, where's
the
fuck?
Usually it takes you 13 minutes to get the Mel's name on the fucking list, Grandpa.
They're like, where the fucking story's at? Because Holstera's talking about his gay beer.
Anyway, so we started running. Anyway, Forrest Gump took off. 8 of them were killed, 7 wounded in Texas outlaw mall shooting. An Allen PD officer who was on an unrelated call at the mall engaged the suspect and neutralized the threat. So in other words, this idiot decided to walk into a mall, a strip mall at that, not even like a proper mall, and just goes, I'm going to kill a bunch of people. Shoots 8, wounds 7. And an officer that was like responding to a noise complaint nearby goes, hold on, Karen, I'll get this. And shoots the guy, and story's over. Not a lot of information behind it at the moment. I'm searching through it to see if there's... Oh, there we go. President Biden was briefed on it.
Well, I'm sure.
He calls it an unspeakable tragedy.
Unspeakable tragedy. It's the gun's fault. It's one of them assault weapons. We need an assault weapon ban.
Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck is an assault weapon?
An assault weapon is that thing on the back of the stove.
What about
when your wife makes potatoes and you take it, you keep shaking it over the potatoes.
That's called an assault. That's called an assault shaker.
No, that's an assault weapon because my wife thinks it'll give you an instant fucking heart attack.
It can cause high blood pressure.
Right? But not once in a while, by God. I got to have my fucking salt on my
Well, I want to know that when some idiot uses a car to mow down a crowd of people, is that an assault car? Is that an assault car?
And if you do it in a smart car, it's an assault smart car.
It's a smart assault.
Yep, I like it. Don't go doing it, guys. I like the amount of listeners we have.
So if you use like a Mini Cooper to do it, it could just be, it's just a small assault?
No, that would be called a small genocide because technically a Mini Cooper is owned by VW, which was founded by Holstera.
Oh, a Nazi car. I got you.
Yeah. You didn't know that? Volkswagen was actually founded by Adolf Hitler? Shit, fucking... Everybody forgets this. Like that woman in Congress that was like, I'm going to stop driving Teslas and drive a car that wasn't created by a fascist, and I'm going to buy a VW. And everybody just kind of like blinked and looked at her like, what?
Well, in this next story, these criminals in New Mexico must have a conscience. Because this guy, they got a guy named Tony Ray, and I'm going to fuck this last name up, Perlata. He walked into a store and said, hey, lady. And she's like, yes, man. He says, can I borrow your cell phone? And she said, I don't know. She's like, all right. So I'll give you $1. And she's like, oh,
you don't look like a crackhead.
So, no, you don't look like a crackhead. And so he borrowed this phone, and he called 911. And what he did when he called 911 is he confessed to killing his former landlord back in 2008.
Which I might state that nobody must miss because they still haven't really looked in the motherfucker
they're like,
when you look at a story, they're like, wait, who's dead?
And they said
this motherfucker.
He told the police where the body was buried also. They said Mr. Tony, 37 years old, of Roswell, was booked into the jail on suspicion of murder. You sure? Maybe the aliens got him. He wasn't.
Think of that. Wait a minute, Iceman. Think about it. Roswell. The tenants would never bitch because he never came around to collect the rent. Yeah. So they've been living rent free for 15 years, keeping it a secret. I'm in love with this housing project. Hell yeah!
The man was 69-year-old William Bloggett. He told him where he buried the body, and they found a boot and bones, and guess what else? They found his teeth, his dentures. After removing the plywood floorboards from a detached room on the side of the house.
But can we appreciate how well he did the job? Yeah. Like, they never would have caught him.
Tony.
What the fuck, dude?
They said that Tony was crying. So Tony's new name, his criminal name is Tearful Tony.
Idiot.
Tearful Tony.
No, he's an idiot.
Tearful Tony told the police during the interview that he didn't know why he had killed him and that he just needed to confess. Well,
he did. Now his family gets to go back and sue these people for not paying rent for 15 fucking years. Cocksucker. You piece of shit. You fucking selfish bastard.
He said, Tearful Tony said he had to confess finally because his heart was hurting. And that killing had been... Why? It had been eating at... What had he killed this dude in 2008? What was that? Okay. Was that like...
No, I did the math earlier. It was like 15 years.
15-something years or something like that?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have an excuse. I just don't have an excuse. I don't have one.
You forgot it. It happened 15 years ago.
So long ago, he killed this dude and then forgot why he killed him.
That's because he was an asshole trying to collect the rent. Now he can save people from 15 years of that agony, and it's fucked them all over again. These people are ready to die. They're ready to go to the nursing home. Fucking Tony just fucked the whole generation of people.
Said the old man's girlfriend and family had not seen him since late December of 2008. They were like, fuck it. He must have went to the store and never come back.
Right? Very New York thing to do.
Yeah, I guess so, because it said, I said the family members did report him. They said they didn't find no signs of foul play. Yeah, so it was just
the family member. they reported that Frank or whoever killed the other guy was missing. They didn't never report the fucking landlord missing. Nobody did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The whole story gets perfectly in depth that nobody gives a fuck about the super.
No,
okay?
what I get is this
Not
dude.
at all.
This dude has to get dumbest criminal of the year award. Okay.
Oh,
Because
yeah. I mean, I tell you what, mark a check next to him. At the end of the year, we're going to throw a fucking party for this idiot.
This dude here had gotten away with fucking murder.
Completely.
They wasn't even looking for him.
Even when they found the guy, all they found was dentures and boots.
But got away with murder, and then still told on himself. So
I mean, from a law enforcement aspect, congratulations, thanks for doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But from an average citizen aspect, you're a fucking moron.
got away with murder because the old conscience finally got to him.
But how? I mean, like, what? I mean, what level of coming to Jesus would make you do that?
Maybe he found Jesus. Maybe he became born again, and he felt the need to confess.
But even Jesus wasn't retarded.
Well, I'm just saying. I think he found Jesus. You got this next one. We're going to talk about it, even though we're not supposed to talk about it because we know what rule number one is, right?
You don't talk about Goat Fight Club. 1-on-1, no weapons, head-to-head. Florida deputies respond to a goat fight. The suspects were pretty mad at one another, and the fight escalated into the yards of nearby residences. In Putnam County, Florida, of course it is Florida, it wasn't an issue that the goats were having a goat brawl that went on in their yard for hours, rummaging amok. The problem became when they became issues for Karen's lawn. When they decided to take a lunch break and take a snack, they were fucked. The sheriff's office snafu'd them up, stole them, and now they're going to be dinner. Regardless, that's pretty much the whole fucking story. They went out there and gathered up the goats that were fucking fighting all over the place and destroying people's private property.
The first rule of Fight Club.
God have mercy on Florida. The odd scene played out April 30th in Black Hill, which is 60 miles south of Jacksonville. Which Jacksonville is a gigantic ghetto in the northern part of Florida. Outside of Jacksonville by about 60 miles is in fact the upper scale rednecks of the state of Florida. So yeah, that's where it was.
They say that both goats were arrested for fighting, for disturbing the peace by fighting.
Let's just say no matter what their record ever states, they're both going to be the goats.
Well, it shows they actually have a picture here of the cop with the two goats, and they look.
I think they can both take the goat, or they can both take the cop.
They look pretty vicious. But anyway, we got the goat fighting. Like
that blonde-headed one with the mohawk looks pretty fucking. Like, I'm pretty sure they spray painted his fucking horns gold. That's got to be a Mexican fucking
a Mexican goat.
Yeah, Mexican goat fighter. There's probably some fucking inlays in there with some Aztec writing.
You know, some of them big city cops might not understand these calls right here. But let me tell you about ourselves stupid old country cops, okay?
That goat will fuck that cop up. Let me just say that right.
That some of these big city cops like to make fun of or whatever. Let me tell you what, when you get a call and somebody says they found somebody's abandoned potbelly pig, pet pig.
Dirty. When's the last? At what age was the last time you tried to lasso a fucking pig?
Well, put it this way. Thank God I was still in my 30s when this happened because I said, "Where's it at?" Potbelly pig. So I went and they said it's in the backyard. So I went in the backyard, which was a chain link fence backyard. And I seen this pig. And these people need to learn their fucking pigs, okay? Because this was not a potbelly pig. It was a fucking boar pig with about an inch and a half, 2 inch long tusk on it.
Ooh, no sir.
That decided he didn't like me done. So he decided to start charging me. And that's the time you saw my fat ass going over a fucking chain link fence in full uniform duty gear. I'm just lucky I ain't get hung up. Oh, if I wouldn't be able to do that now, I'd have just been that'd have been laid up, and I'd been like, "What's wrong?" I'd have been shots fired. Why you in the hospital? Well, I shot I got gored by a pig, and I had to discharge
You'd
my
be dragging
side
your
weapon.
big ass into the gurney. You'd be dragging that boar with you, going, "No, motherfucker,
That's bacon. Done. Where's my bacon?
Yep. I got gored. He's getting eaten. That's the way it's happening.
So, word of advice: next time somebody says they got a potbelly, somebody's pig in the backyard, it's a pet. Check before you go in the backyard with the pig, because these people may not know what their fucking pigs are correctly.
Dude, we're never gonna make it through the first 6 stories. You get that right.
Boars are fucking mean. No, we ain't gonna get on.
They are. They really love it when like people with 9mm fucking shoot them. They just kind of laugh at you.
Fucking. Well, I'll tell a story the night when we had to shoot some cows. This next story here is not really funny.
The Maryland
but
police.
It's kind of fucked up. I actually saw a video. They had a school bus.
Dude, this is some wild shit. You know that boy better start talking immediately.
Yeah.
Like, no, this was who tried to kill me, motherfucker.
But this was what, Maryland? Yeah, Maryland. Yeah. And 3 masked attackers, which look like kids themselves, they got on a school bus and they tried to shoot another kid that was on a school bus. Pulled the trigger like 3 times. Jesus was looking out for him. God was looking out for him. The gun misfired all 3 times. All right. So since that didn't work, they pistol whipped the little fella who was I think he was only like 11 or 12.
Regardless, he knows who did it and why.
Oh yeah. Anyway, they saying they have no suspects and nobody in the custody. That kid they got pistol whipped.
Idiot.
That kid they got pistol whipped. He knows exactly who did this to him. I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
The kids that got on the bus, guess what they were wearing? Hoodies with little mask on. Because
not the hoodie ninjas.
The hoodies, yes. Yeah, I know how I feel about hoodies. I hate a fucking hoodie.
And believe it or not, Hoodie Ninjas is actually a great song, and it has a great beat. You guys should go look it up after this.
Like I said, this boy ought to be telling the popo.
That's what I don't understand is because even if you hate the fucking police, you realize that these people are now fully intent on killing you.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
regardless of anything.
This was in broad daylight on a school bus. They wasn't a fully loaded school bus, but it still had other people on the school bus and got on this school bus and was going to straight up murder this kid in broad daylight in front of the people.
And probably the other kid sitting next to him, too. Because
probably the school bus driver, it was probably going to be a mass shooting thing.
Right.
You know? So, this little bastard knows exactly why they were out. Bad drug deal, something, you know.
Oh, that's my kid. I'm beating the fuck out of that kid.
Bad drug deal. Somebody talked about somebody's mama, or, I don't know.
Well, maybe they're in gym class together, and the guy that pulled the gun just didn't have enough.
Well, you want to talk about...
And he's jelly.
You want to hear some fucked up shit? This was on...
What? You didn't like that picture I sent you the other day?
No, listen to this. This happened.
This is
happened to some Louisiana shit. Okay, since I may not be doing a Louisiana episode, so anytime soon. We just down here in Louisiana, they got a thing called Tickfaw 200. Okay, it's a big boat race. Tickfaw 200. It's a big ass boat race. Where people come out with their big $1 million boats and they race them and stuff like that. It's been going on for years. Well. This man and this lady called at night, early in the morning, report a rape. The lady called 911, said that her husband, she walked in and this man was raping her husband.
What?
Yeah. Her husband had been anally violated she called... they say, his butthole was bleeding or whatever. I'm going to tell y'all what it was.
No, you don't call the police. You shoot him. I'm going to cut him up in small fucking pieces.
No. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to hypothesize. I'm going to take a leap right here, okay? Like a frog. My guess is is they were all out partying with this big Tickfall 200 thing, and you know, Gomer and Cletus got drunk. And there was no rape involved. I think old dude I think Gomer was letting Cletus like ream his asshole out with his cock.
Well, you don't say that because he was a cameraman.
And I think the wife walked in and was like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "Oh, he's raping me! Stop it!" Because the only way a man is gonna stick anything in my ass is I'm gonna be dead. You have to kill me, okay? You're going to have to fuck my dead fat corpse.
Bullshit. He has this little jar of rainbow shit in the clubhouse that you just shake around. You give him about 4 sips of that, he won't even notice you've been up in there. I did it twice to him. Huh.
Motherfucker, you couldn't even stay. Your ass couldn't even stay awake when I was setting up a background.
No, we're up here fucking at the podcast center. I got my feet up on the fucking desk sipping whiskey. He just showed me what Elijah Craig was. And I'm used to Jack Daniels, so I fucking drank like one Elijah Craig and was sitting there having a conversation. Next thing I remember was fucking him tucking me in on the couch with grandma's blanket. And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. Till he woke up with that big butt plug sticking in his ass going,
there's a reason you call me the big dick daddy with the candy balls. Don't you worry. I know you got the tune-up, Rudolph.
Look, when Holstera farts now, it just goes, it has no grip left. But anyway, this guy, I think this guy decided he wanted to try some cock, and his wife walked in and caught him getting fucked, and so he hollered rape. That's what I think.
Oh, that's the way I would handle it. I'd be like, babe, you want to join?
No, that's just
fucked up.
Fucking it's fucked up. It's fucking gross. Especially if they had been eating bean and corns all day.
Oh no! See, I've been working on a septic system for the past couple of days. I pulled my glove out the other day and was like, "How the fuck is lettuce still green after all that?"
That's just
nasty. I was like, but that was an honest question. And Jersey even looked at me and turned her head sideways and was like, "What?" But it's an honest question. Why would there be a piece of green lettuce in the septic system? I didn't think it came out that color.
Did it still taste like lettuce?
Bitch, I didn't know, and I didn't want to find out. I was already wanting to puke because I was that close to it. Fucking, I hate fucking septic systems. I've lived in a city before, and it's nice.
This next story, you don't hear this too often.
I'm proud of.
But
I am fucking proud of this.
Yep.
When this comes to pass, because it fucking will, because there's so many liberal fucking crybabies, and this cop is taking the fight to their side, is kind of a good thing, because this will set case law which will carry across the United States unless the United States steps in. So, Gascon's ill-advised policies and a probation officer's inaction played a major role in the death of Santana, and played a major role in the deaths of Santana and Parody's David Ring, an attorney for Santa's family, said Thursday. So basically what I'm understanding from this is, and correct me if I'm wrong because I'm pretty sure you read them as well, a police officer was killed. Sounds like he had a 1080, so a rookie in a car that he was training, and the rookie failed to act, causing his death.
I think so. But what's coming down to it is basically the families are suing this fucking district attorney because
they keep letting these cunts out.
They keep just like dropping charges and letting these fucking criminals out. So I hope.
Oh yeah, don't make it wrong. They're not suing the police department. They're suing the DA because they keep allowing these cunts on these fucking murder charges to walk. The same thing in New York City. You literally can get arrested for murder that happened directly in front of a police officer and get out on bail 8 hours later, go and murder the only witness that witnessed you doing it, and get out on bail 8 hours later. What in the fuck?
Like I said,
I'm not in the podcast center and I'm sitting in my front yard. I'm
New York,
quite confident my neighbors are going to know my opinion by morning.
New York used to be the Big Apple. Now it's just the big crapple.
It's always been a big crapple. But I tell you what, somebody was showing on TikTok earlier a $250 million home penthouse in one of those like 300, 400 foot buildings or whatever. And they were showing, I mean, yeah, it had a great ballroom, a kitchen. I mean, it was a mansion by any standards in one of those buildings. But $250 million. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll be able to afford it because the only time I'll go into New York is if somebody pays me $250 million fucking dollars. The place is a shithole.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there for nothing. Well, we're going over down to Alabama, where they had another mass shooting. They have four.
Was it at a family reunion? Somebody got mad. Somebody slept with their cousin.
4 dead and 16 injured. And all this happened at a Sweet 16 birthday party.
I told you it happened over somebody sleeping with a cousin.
All of the victims
Fucking
were teens, 20 victims total. All of them were teens. Numerous families recorded gathering outside waiting in the hospital. Of course, there's little information. Of course, somebody there knows. Somebody knows, yeah. There was more than 50 people at the party. And somebody got mad at somebody, and they started shooting each other. And, of course, it's probably...
Cousin Jenny was related to Uncle Jim Bob.
No.
They both fucked their niece. And that's how it happened.
I'm willing to bet that this probably was a certain demographic of people that this happened at.
Well, do you think that different cultures are immune to incest, sir?
No.
I'm pretty sure
it's had nothing to do with incest.
I don't know. I don't know. You're talking about Alabama, family function, and a shootout.
It wasn't a family function. It was a Sweet 16 birthday party.
I'm sorry. Do you have Sweet 16 parties for fucking groups?
That's not a family function.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, even though I've been drinking a lot of fucking Corona tonight, you might be wrong on that.
No,
I think it's Sweet 16.
Pretty sure you're wrong.
Sweet 16. I think even the fucking, don't the Jewish community even do something at 16?
No,
the Greeks do something at 16, and the Spanish does like a consigliera at 16? Are you sure?
You're completely wrong on this one.
All right.
Just move on to the next story because you're wrong.
If I'm right, I expect a formal apology in like 3 weeks when you get back.
If you're right, and I'll apologize, but I'm not too. Don't hold your breath on that.
In 3 weeks when you get back,
you're probably going to be dead from holding your breath because you're wrong.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that like all cultures have a Sweet 16.
Not talking about that. This wasn't a family function.
A Sweet 16 is a family function.
No, it is not. It's a party for the kid with their friends.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Either way, let's move on because no.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Well, I have been before.
Yeah. What? Really?
Put up with a bunch of kids.
You gonna do this next one?
I always said you won't be pregnant.
This woke one.
Oh fuck! Seems like a trend tonight. Hang on.
From New York.
Give me a minute, damn it! You got me doing everything on my phone. 4 dead and at least 16 injured.
No, we just did that one.
Oh, damn it!
This one is woke Queens lawmaker Savannah Brooks Powers says
Does this even have legs?
New York PD cops should be required to give out flyers. So instead of arresting or ticketing people for avoiding the fares for the subway and shit, they should give them flyers that explains to them how they can get government assistance to help to ride the subway.
Well, I'm a law-abiding citizen, and if you hand me a flyer, I'm going to tell you to do the same thing they're going to tell you to do with it and go fuck yourself.
It says instead of slapping people with $100 tickets for not paying a $2.75 subway fee, they should give them informational literature. This is stupid as fucking shit. Of course, it's in New York. So what do you expect?
It is. And I mean, what the fuck? You live in New York. If you have a job, I really hope you could afford $2.75. Because I live in the fucking sticks in the South. And although I think I'm doing all right, I don't think I'll ever be low enough not to be able to afford a fucking subway fare.
You know how much?
Jesus.
You know how much money they estimatedly lost last year?
Oh, I'm sure.
Last year from subway fare evasions, $500 million.
But to be fair, how long have the fucking turnstiles been outdated? Dude, I mean, like, even in, what is it, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when he was jumping over turnstiles and shit like that?
Yeah, I think they should.
I know that's Philadelphia,
I
but
think they should make the top of the turnstiles and shit like, well, electrified. Electrified. So if you touch it and your feet aren't grounded to the ground, it gives you, I don't know, just a little 220 voltage shock. It'll throw you the rest of the way over the turnstile. But after a couple people do that, most people won't do it no more.
Nope. Hear me out, Dirty. Hear me out. Here's the ultimate fucking goal. You can't shock them, but what you can do,
spikes.
You know that, like, stop. We've heard them. Well, we've seen them in movies. The big turnstile fucking things you walk into and the door turns. Okay. Now, the turnstile needs to identify who's paid and who hasn't. So whoever didn't pay gets trapped inside of this fucking thing like a rat. And they're just walking in a circle and letting the law-abiding citizens go through while they're waiting on the police to come and arrest them.
With poisonous gas inside of it.
I'm okay with that too. Like, Freebird can't be here, guys, because we're doing weird episodes, but he would say shoot him with a 50 cal.
He'd say 50 cal, yeah.
Yeah, 50 fucking cal.
I'm pretty sure that's what he would say, yeah. But anyway,
I'm pretty sure he's never seen a fucking human hit with one. But
anyway, so this woke person, they want to just give out flyers instead of enforcing the law. So go figure.
Fuck it, let's bring back kissing booths for people to skip the line.
This next one is messed up.
Oh, you hear that, everybody? I'm wearing his old ass down.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired. This next one's messed up, and unfortunately, this may, of course, it's in Ohio. I know I have some listeners in Ohio. I'm sorry, folks, but y'all Supreme Court over there is fucking stupid. They just
in the headline.
They just had the Ohio Supreme Court has determined that entering someone's open garage with the intent to steal something like a leaf blower does not constitute a burglary. Well, what the fuck does it constitute?
In the state of Florida, breaching anything. I mean, like, you can go through a screen window. You can go through a fucking window that's open, and it's considered a burglary. So, I don't know what the fuck.
It says because he did not use force, stealth, or deception to gain entrance into the garage, it didn't meet the criteria for burglary.
Oh, so this bitch just walked up in the garage like he owned the house.
He walked He walked into the garage while the man was in the garage, took his shit and started walking. Yeah, and started walking out.
No, that's how you get mowed. Like, after I knock you out, I'm going to mow you into my garden.
I think, anyway, so this is just fucked up. So come walk in. Let me be in my shed. And you just come walking there, and I don't even know who you are. You just come walking there and take something, start walking out. It's not going to work out well for you.
You're a lying son of a bitch, and I'll tell you why. You be just like me. You be more entertained by this stupid motherfucker. You'd be like, all right, motherfucker, apparently we going for a walk. Where the fuck did you think you were going to take my shit while I was standing here? You would walk with him on the phone like this dumb motherfucker. You make a video out of it.
No, I'd be on the phone and I'd be like, y'all might want to send the cops and an ambulance right here. They got a person that's fucked up.
No, you ain't. Oh. You would be more intrigued that this guy was so fucked up that he thought he could walk past your police car into your garage, get your shit, and walk back out.
I'm telling you, I'm not just going to know. I'm gonna
while you were standing there.
I'm going to fuck him
because
up.
I would.
I'm going to fuck him up.
Like I told you last night about the fucking
it's a free
Elvis
fuck
Presley
up.
fucking robbing me.
Nope, it's a free fuck up.
Your Freebird would say it's a free fuck up. You wouldn't let it. You would just follow him and be like, "What?"
No, I would not. I would not just follow him.
Dude, you know damn well he's going to jail for a long fucking time.
Well, he's going to go to jail. Yes, he's going to go to jail after he makes a stop at the hospital because that's a free fuck up. I can fuck him up for free.
That is true. Nobody says you got to kill him. You can beat him halfway to death.
I don't have to kill him, but that's a free fuck. I'm going to fuck this dude up, and he's going to go to the hospital, fucked up.
I agree.
Then he's going to go. The free fuck up is for me. I can fuck him up for free. So,
I can see that too. But I mean, can you agree that it takes a certain level of fucking?
This is an
maybe legal. Well, no, okay. In Ohio, retardation is normal, but to walk in, I'm gonna get my ass kicked for that. Anyway, walking. You're standing in the garage. Man walks in the garage. Don't even talk to you. Just grabs your lawnmower, turns around, and walks out. I would be in utter shock. Like, fuck you.
Yeah. It'd be definitely.
Like, I would. I mean, that would just take a whole. You would have to be psychotic to do that with somebody in the garage. That ain't even theft. That's retardation, dude.
Yeah. Well, we're going. Speaking of retardation. We're going to head on over.
Oh, fuck. Are we talking about your kid pictures?
No, we're heading on to California over here.
Oh, I can't bring up your pictures.
We're going to segue right into it. I'm going to post your baby pictures and show how you were actually born a female.
I was fucking adorable. But anyway, are we talking about the violent woman who received multiple diversions from the DA?
Yes. She's only,
George Cascone, accused of stabbing man to death. Anyway, Jade Simmons.
George is a woman.
George? It looks like a. Yeah.
No.
It says Jade Simone Brookfield.
George is the DA. Jade is the woman we're talking about.
Oh, it's L.A. Never mind. Career criminal with a violent history. So basically, this bitch,
Jade,
she was
Brookfield.
Yeah, she was out. A violent woman who received multiple diversions from the DA. She got out once again, like we were talking about with New York, L.A. Apparently, that's that George Cascone. He likes to let people out that are accused of murder, and the bitch got out on bail and murdered another motherfucker. Surprise! Murder is not something you play with. That's these people need to be locked up. Dennis Manor, 40, to death during an argument in the street. So she just got in a fight with this dude and fucking killed him in the street. Shitbag. I wish you guys could see this chick. She's something else. Brooksville encounter with LAPD occurred the spring of 2020. So she's a new criminal, but she's racked it up in the first couple years. First year in office, she was arrested for attempted murder after she stabbed a woman in the chest with a knife, puncturing her lungs. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic prosecution, the crime was delayed till 2021. She was supposed to be charged with a felony. It counted underneath the one strike rule, and they gave her the time served shit and let her go. And then she did it again, sat on bail, and murdered somebody else. Can't make this shit up.
Not in California.
Oh my God, that's woo.
Roy P. This next one, I love the headline on this one.
I found this on Newsbreak. The white officer in Tyree Nichols footage will not be charged, says the attorney.
Well, I wonder why.
That's because he was like, I ain't involved in that shit.
Well, first of all, he wasn't even there when they fucking beat this dude. This was if you watch the video,
he looks like Ronnie.
He was, this dude wasn't even at the scene. He was at the original scene when he ran off. They tried to tase him and chase him. After that, he stayed with the vehicle waiting on the tow truck while the rest of the team went out and found the guy. They found him.
Yeah, we'll call it that, but I'll tell you right now, he was like, I ain't getting involved in that shit.
They found him. They kicked his ass. He died. We all know the story, right?
Yeah, football kicked him in the head. This is the guy that died underneath the security camera, y'all.
They beat the shit out this poor fella. Shouldn't have.
Because I guess one of the sergeants, somebody,
I think that's been debunked.
Either way, but we all
gonna,
know the same story.
But they're like, oh, they're not going. Yeah, they're not going to charge him. He wasn't there. He wasn't even at the scene. You're going to charge somebody for something they wasn't even there to witness? You can't even witness it. Well, let's make a big fucking deal out of it.
They did that dude with what the hell was it? David Chavez or whatever the hell his name was. The dude that kneeled on
Chavez.
Yeah. Either way, they charged him with the attempted murder, manslaughter, all kinds of shit. And I'm like, you can't fucking do that. You got to pick one and stick with it. But it worked for them.
Yeah, I don't understand.
So maybe that's what they were thinking there.
They charged one person for 4 murders on just one person.
One person, yeah. I never understood that. I still to this day. I mean, fuck. I went to actual law school and I don't get it.
Well,
a mockery.
They had this woman here. They had a woman that she recently got. She is in jail and stuff like that because there's video that came up. It's crucial evidence. She filmed herself leaving her boyfriend's house after they were playing hide and go seek. No, these were grown fucking people. Okay, the guy was 42 years old. And she looks like she's probably in her 40s. They were playing hide and go seek. And they decided he was going to hide in a suitcase. Well, he got in a suitcase and she zipped. He must have been a little bitty motherfucker. But even in a big suitcase.
Yeah,
because I ain't
you ain't fitting in a suitcase.
I ain't fitting in a big suitcase. But anyway.
You ever see one of them Harley suitcases where they pack a whole Harley in? You ain't even getting Iceman into one of those.
So, anyway, she zipped his ass up in a suitcase. She's 45, and they had been drinking, and I think he had been abusive before. Anyway, he starts hollering, help me, honey, I can't breathe. And he said, I can't fucking breathe, seriously. And he begged her in the video, baby, please, I promise you I'll get you them flaming hot Cheetos that you want. And he pushes his bass. Oh Lord, help me! And I can't breathe. And the Boone, the chick, she's like, "Oh, that's on you, bitch." Oh, she's like, she told him, "That's what it fucking feels like." Let me get back to it. I had a little mishap. She says, "That's on you. That's what I feel like when you cheat on me, motherfucker." And you should probably shut the fuck up and save your oxygen so you can breathe. I'm ad-libbing a little extra on there. So with Mr. Cheater still trapped in the suitcase, she went upstairs and went to sleep. She's like, it's so peaceful. When she came down the next morning, guess what? He's dead. Anyway, so they're charging.
I've done some kinky shit, but I ain't ever locked a motherfucker in a suitcase.
And she locked him in the suitcase. He died. They're charging him, but there's a video of it. Moral of the story is, don't cheat on your wife if she's a psycho bitch. Okay, don't cheat on your wife at all because it's bad.
It reminds me of that song.
But if you're married, to a psycho woman, don't cheat on her. And
I never met one of them. Have you?
Second problem, I was married to one at one time that had paperwork. Certifiable fucking crazy, you hear me? And that's not a joke, people, it's true.
No, it isn't. You think I'm crazy. Fuck.
Second of all, if you're a grown-ass fucking person, even no matter how much you had to drink, don't fucking play. And how are y'all playing hide and go seek? It was only 2 of y'all. So she was going to hide you and then look for you. Well, I don't know. We were playing hide and go seek and I couldn't find them. Well, ma'am, you're the one that zipped them in a suitcase. I know. But after I counted to 10, I couldn't find them. I mean, you played hide and go seek with 2 people and well, that's that.
All right, let's move on to the next story because, well, the visas are kicking my ass. Anyway, California man guilty of killing 3 after doorbell prank. So basically, these, I want to say there were 6 little pricks in this fucking car.
Can't stand these prank motherfuckers.
Anyway, I think there were 6 or 7 of these little fuckers in this Prius. They were definitely in their mama's car. They were driving around, ding-dong ditching, and you can see where the cars crashed. Once again, I'm sorry, guys, you can't see the picture. We're not live. If you ever seen one of them cobblestone walls with the name of the housing community and gates that open, that's where these people live. Okay? Why are you calling me?
I'm not. Oh, I think
you're FaceTiming me.
It was an accident.
Okay, well, fucking hang up.
I did.
The FaceTime.
I did.
Spilled my shit. Anyway. Anybody knows how to fuck with Freebird, that'll be how to do it next time. Anyway, if you look at this housing community, you'll see this little shitty Prius stacked between this fucking tree and the telephone pole. This kid's a fucking idiot. Anyway, so there's this gigantic wall. They're all rich. Anyway, they're running around fucking doing ding-dong ditch. Well, they came across a middle-class man like myself, Iceman, definitely fucking Freebird because he flies off the handle. And they ran up on this guy after he had already drank 12 fucking beers, okay? He slammed 12 beers right as he got off work. Fucking doorbell rings. He gets off his fucking lazy boy. Gets to the front door. It sees these fucking 16, 15, 12, and 11-year-olds or whatever the fuck in his car. And goes, oh, yeah, you want to play, you little fucking pricks? Chases them down the fucking road. They see a corner coming up, so they instinctively, as children do, slam on the fucking brakes. What does 12 beer in Johnny Redneck do? Hit him with the full strength of a full-size truck in the rear side of a fucking Prius going into a corner. And result, that car then in fact goes straight, gets placed between that pole and that tree, squeezed it up, and he killed 3 of the individuals. Didn't know if anybody else was injured. He was drinking. He was just being like, fuck you. That's what you get. He didn't realize anybody was injured. He went back to his house, fell asleep, and woke up to cops placing him under arrest for murder. I don't know. I guess they shouldn't have fucked around because then they would have found out.
You know, there's so many. You see this stupid prank shit on TikTok and YouTube.
I mean, I get it. There were kids doing ding dong ditch, but when I did it, I was on a fucking bicycle.
But you see these motherfuckers that's doing all this prank shit on these things just to try to get clicks and stuff. Like that motherfucker that walks up behind me and goes, "Oh yeah, I'm waiting. I hope they get it."
No, and
where a motherfucker
he actually had to go to court.
Beats the fuck out of him.
Junior,
yeah.
He went into Home Depot and he grabbed a PVC pipe and he went up next to this guy who was about your size. Anybody seen the video and knows Iceman knows I ain't lying. Went up there and he goes, Papi Junior, right in his fucking ear. And the fucking guy turns around, spins him, puts him in a fucking sleeper and slams to the ground. Just drops back. And the cops came. And they said the problem was, even though the kid was knocked out or something, I guess he slapped him in the back of the head like, yep, that's what you get. And that's how that ended. Well, the cops let him go, and he's like, that was bullshit. They should have been arrested.
No, they should have arrested the guy for doing stupid prank shit.
Right. It was like these motherfuckers that show up in the hood. On these fucking, you can look them up on YouTube, everybody. Hood Pranks Gone Wrong. That's the name of it. And you got these fucking idiots that go into, like, the Bronx and Brooklyn and shit like that. And they're like, you want to buy a key? You want to buy a key? And they're acting like they're an undercover cop. And, like, the fucking thugs ain't handling it. And they're like, let's go around back. We'll talk about this shit. And the guy goes, no, man, look, I got a key in my pocket. You want to buy it? You know, it's a regular house key. But these guys ain't playing that shit, and they pull out their guns and shit, and they're like, yo, it's a prank. They fucking Hood Pranks Gone Wrong. It's funny shit. Guys run to the projects, and they're like, we're zombies, and suddenly they're getting shot at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
let me tell you, the people in the hood are just like us good old boys. We don't play no fucking games. Don't come around our house. Don't give us no shit. And we'll leave you the fuck alone.
So when these motherfuckers get capped, I have, zero fucks for them. They got what they deserved. I hate these prank motherfuckers. I think it's stupid that they do that shit just for
yeah, he didn't know.
clicks.
He just thought he ran them off the road.
So, fuck them. All right, everybody. That's gonna be. We actually got all 12 stories, believe it or not.
That's because you wouldn't shut the fuck up, Grandpa.
No, we did get to them.
Okay, so can we promise if I can figure out a way to record our phone call, we'll upload to at least some kind of podcast a update of how your trip's going. Can we do that for everybody?
We'll see.
We'll see. Look, I'm saying we'll record us.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll see. I'll see what I can work out.
See, everybody, I tried. We'll see him in 3 weeks because he don't love us.
Whatever.
fucking Iceman.
Y'all stay safe. Watch your back. Watch your partner's back. Remember, we're not sheepdogs. We're lions.
Rawr. Love every one of you. Good night.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm